Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Make sure you watch before watching this video because we will be giving details of the show. Hi y'all, I'm Ivy.
And I'm Yak.
And welcome to episode 2 of Cine Realm. So in today's episode, we're going to be discussing the top Netflix movie out right now, or docu, however you want to call it. The Tinder Swindler.
Only miss you when it rains.
When I first talked with Simon, immediately we had a bond.
And when I listen to the radio.
Y'all, I'm so excited to discuss this movie. Like, I feel like it was dope. So, but before we get started, grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and relax your body.
Clear your mind.
Open your soul. Forget everything you got going on at home, at work. Forget your friends. Forget all that. And come vibe with us. Welcome to our room. So now that we all pulled up, well, actually, me and Yak, we drinking some mugwort tea, you know. If y'all know, y'all know. But I just want to start this episode by saying
that one little swipe can change your life.
Forever.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. So, she cashed it. Oh, whole time, everything is say pending. 1 day passed by. Pending. 2 days passed by. Pending. She let this go on all the way to 4 days later. And then, so she like, forget this, I'm going to call the bank.
Yeah.
So she called the bank, and the bank like, we not cashing this check.
Like, we can't do it.
She like, why? The bank like, look, we ain't cashing the check, and I ain't got to tell you why. I'm like, yo.
So now she's like, I'm not getting this money. Like, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to start calling some of these creditors and letting them know, like, what's going on or whatever.
So then they basically like, yo, we ain't really trying to hear that, but let's listen to your story. When they start hearing the story, they like, hold on, say no more. We coming to you. So she like coming to me. I'm going to jail.
Yeah,
that's the first thing she thought. So they get there, and they basically like, yo, this probably ain't gonna make your day or whatever, but the person you talking to ain't really named even Simon.
Yeah. It was like, we've been looking for him. Not so much looking for him, but just like, we aware of what he's doing, you know?
They said not only is he not named Simon, he's not a diamond tycoon. He does all them trips, all of this. It's fake. He faked everything.
He's just a whole fraud, basically. Sums it up. He's a fraud. And she's just like, wow, like, now what I'm going to do? How you going to get your money, you know, from a fraud, basically?
So, after she hear all this, she like, the best thing I can do is just cut off communication. I'm going to block him. I'm like, block him? What good is that?
So she called, you know, she calling her creditors, basically letting them know she don't have the money. She's getting thousands of emails from them saying late payment, final notice. She don't have the money. So, like you say, she blocks him and she goes to her mom. Her mom's like, come see me, like, come to my place, because, you know, she was like in a really bad space at that time.
So when she get to the house, the first thing she do is she think about it. She like, he got my mom's number, and he used it too.
Yep.
So he called her like, look, I don't know why you blocked me, but hey, we need to talk.
And he was basically threatening her, low key.
Yeah, he was like, look, you know what you signed up for, and you might want to just keep that to yourself.
And it's just so far that he's like, he really telling her that nothing's wrong with the check. Like, I sent you the money. Like, I don't know what's going on with the check, but I sent you the money. You know what I'm saying? So he's making it seem like she's tripping. And I'm just like, you sent her a whole fake check. Like, what are you talking about, you know?
So then she basically standing there scared. So first thing she do is she like, I can go to the laws. I'm gonna go to the laws. I'm gonna tell them about it. The law's like, man, we don't care about this.
Yeah.
So she like, I ain't got no money. I got all these people calling after me. The laws don't care. I've been threatened by them. Her walls are closing in. So while her walls closing in, she driving, and one night, she see a car coming, and she like, why don't I just stroll off into that lane?
Yeah, she's having real suicidal thoughts. So, you know, she decides to check herself into a psychiatric hospital, which I feel like is good. You know, she's having these thoughts. She know that she's in a bad area, so she needs to check herself into a place that could, you know, better help her, you know, in this time. So now I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking like Perlina not finna deal with this, because I'm like, he hasn't asked her for any money yet. So I'm like, what's his play with her? But I'm like, if he do ask her for money, I'm like, let's see how she gonna respond.
Be ready, huh?
I'm like, she gonna be ready. She finna shut him down. So the test comes. He sent her a news article saying that his father is like under huge scrutiny for smothering diamonds. Like, it's bad. It's looking bad out here for him and his family. So he's like, because of that, they froze all the accounts, because, you know, there is an investigation. They froze all of that.
Credit cards, everything.
So she's looking at this like, wow, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? So he's like, you know what? Like, what will really help me out right now? Like, I know we friends and I really hate to, you know, disturb you and stuff, but I need $30,000.
$30K.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, she's staying with her mom right now. Like, she's trying to get herself back on track. She's been saving up to get her own place. So she don't have $30K to spare right now, but she have it in savings. So she's like, what's more important, you know, me getting an apartment or me helping out one of my friends? So she actually goes into her savings and pulls out the $30K. And I'm like, girl, Perlina, like, what are you doing? I was like, I know she did. And I was so shocked when she gave the money, because I don't know.
Thought she was gonna stand on her 10.
Yeah, I really didn't think she was gonna give it to him, but she did give it to him.
Butt, so
she cares about her friends, and she really looked up to him as a friend, because mind y'all, they went to Greece. He was paying a lot of stuff, so he softened her up. So she probably thinking like, he probably would do it for me, because he took me out plenty of times in Greece and, you know, foot the tab for us. So why not give him this $30K?
So now she at that psych ward. She's starting to think back, and she like, this can't be right. She like, hold on. She starts putting stuff together. She like, let me call my credit card company again.
Yeah.
So let me ask them if they got any more information that they can give me. So the credit card people like, all we can tell you is Google Simon Hyatt. She like, you mean Simon? They like, no, Simon. So she go Google it, and the first thing she found is about this Israeli multi-millionaire that cheated these women. He's already been convicted. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. 3 years for fraud. So she like, oh, so I was actually conned by like a professional.
Basically, he knew his stuff.
So she like, I'm gonna get the biggest Norway newspaper. So the newspaper people, the journalists, they like,
what?
This is a story, but
like,
I need some proof. Yeah. I need some receipts. So she looking through her stuff. She look at her WhatsApp. Her WhatsApp has everything that they've ever done. All the little freaky leaks, everything.
And she like, I gotta get them all this private information. But if that's what I gotta do to take him down, then look.
She with it. She like, nudes and all. Let's go. Sends him away. So the newspaper like, hold on, but is he really this Simon cat? Is Simon? So they like, we need to find the information of these last people in this case. Now it's locked. It's sealed up. Somehow, you know how journalists is, they get down to the bottom of it. They get the 3 names. So they sent it over to Cecilia, and Cecilia like,
So much the picture, because they showed pictures too, and she recognized the third girl.
yeah, she was like, that's baby mama.
And I'm just like,
Wait a minute.
so me and Yak trying to put this together. We was like, so she's a victim, mind you, because they showed a list of the victims.
Right.
So we like, so did he like scam her, went to jail, did the time or whatever? You know, if she really is his baby mama, and she was like, you know, you scam me, but I want in, and he like put her in onto it. Like, that's what we thinking. Cause I'm like, what other way would she be a victim of the case? But she met old girl and kind of knew what he was doing, you know?
So the newspaper like, you know, we got all this information. Half of it's in this Hebrew writing. So they got to go down to the source. We're going to Israel. So they head off to Israel.
So when they get there, they find his place. They go to his place, knock on the door, and basically they see mail, so they're like, okay, somebody still stays here. And the mom comes up, and the mom is like, what's going on? Like, who are you looking for? And they say they're looking for Simon. They say his full name or whatever, and she's like, he's registered here, but he doesn't live here. Like, I haven't had contact with Simon since he was 18 years old. And so basically she confirms that, you know, his name was the previous name, the Hayat name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But then he did change his name to Simon. And that's basically what they was looking for, was just that relation. So they go to the police station, and they're, like, showing pictures, like, do y'all know him? And they basically like, yeah, we know him. We're actually looking for him because he used to steal checks from his job. He'll, you know, try to cash blank checks. And he
on the run.
Yeah, so basically they're like, we're looking for him. And like I said, the journalist was like, cool, because that's the connection that they needed. So now we go back to Cornelia, and basically he asked her for more money, and just more money and more money, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, and he's not paying her back. He keeps saying, I'm gonna pay you back, I'm gonna pay you back. So he finally says he's going to pay her back. Send her the little Snapchat. I mean, not the Snapchat. Send her the little screenshot of the receipt again, and it's for $100,000. And she is just so grateful, because she's like, thank you. Like, this is more than enough, you know. This, you know, pays back the money.
It's more than what I got from you.
Yeah, like, this pays back the money. You owe me and some. And she was like, thank you. I'm really grateful for that. Y'all, that check never cashes. Like, the transfer or whatever that he sent, it never goes through. So she's like, hey, what's going on? I didn't get the money. And he's like, you know, I don't know what's going on with that. And he's like, come out here. And I have a watch. He sent her a picture of all his watches. She's like, I have a watch that's actually worth about $100K. I could give it to you. You can pawn it, and then you can get your money back. So, hey, that sounds like a good deal. You know, I'm getting my money back. So she's like, okay.
So now it's back to Cecilia. So now the journalists, they going through all the little information. And the first thing they do, they like, we're going to get to the credit card statements. They got to have information. So they collect all the names. And basically, they end up contacting Cornelia. And at this time, she already in the web. She already getting cooked. So she like, hold on. So you mean to tell me this is what's been going on?
Yeah. So she actually sends a screenshot of the message to Simon, and he's like, they're lying, like, what is this? I don't know what's going on. And she's like, there gotta be some truth to it. So they basically want to meet up with Cornelia, you know, just to interview her, show her the information that they have, and just to get her side of the story. So they meet up with her, and they tell her everything, and she's like, wow. So, you know, they tell her about Cecilia, and she's like, you know, the money that Cecilia been sending is a lot of money, but at the same time, it's not nearly as much money as he's been spending. Like, he got to have, like, something else in the tuck. Like, I don't know what he got going on, but he was spending a lot more money than that.
Good.
So now they're thinking, the journalist is thinking, like, this got to be a Ponzi scheme. Like,
a Ponzi scheme?
Yeah.
How?
He's using each girl's money on another girl. He's using Cecilia money for Cornelia. He's using Cornelia money for Paulina. Paulina money for Lil Redhead. Like, I don't know. He's just using money, everybody's money, like, for someone else. So he's like, so they're like, we need to find him. Basically, like, how can we find out where he's at? Because he's constantly moving.
Say less. He doing all this. He meet me in Munich tomorrow.
Yep.
So the journalist like, okay, well, if we meeting him, we gotta get pictures because we gotta prove that he is he and he is I. So when they do that, they like, okay, we're gonna do a stakeout. So Ania going undercover.
Yeah, so she go out there, and basically they go to dinner, blah blah blah. And she's like, he gives her the watch, and she's like, okay. So they decide they're gonna take pictures. You know, they're gonna get pictures of him outside the hotel and stuff. That went fine. Got to dinner, taking pictures and stuff, and basically he catches them. I'm like, come on, y'all.
Yeah,
y'all gotta be more careful than that.
And he flips. Everybody get in the car. They right outside the little spot. So the valet pulling up or whatever. So he basically push him out the way, grab all of them, tell him to get in high speed. Nobody's chasing him, but he's on a high speed. He's upset. He's talking to his people. And he just going off.
Panelia is terrified because she's like, what if they find out it's me? Like, what I'm gonna do? But eventually he doesn't think it's her. She says she needs to get out the car, and she's like, just drop me off.
And he literally just drops her off.
So that gets her out of it.
So Panelia go back home, and she like, I gotta find out about this watch. So she like, I'm going to the pawn shop. She go to the pawn shop, whole pawn person like, hey, this a fake. So she is like toe up now. So she toe up. She like, I'm gonna confront him. So the newspaper journalist like, hold on, this gonna make some good. This gonna make just what we need. We're gonna record the whole thing. So she get on the phone and she basically like trying to get him to come clean on his own. She got real tears, crying. She hurt. She like, how could you do a friend like this? All this. I'm like, okay, yeah. So who cares? So then she basically just tells him, I know everything. I know what you're doing. I know what you did. You taking from this person. I know about your priors. I know everything.
Yep.
So he gets irate. You don't know nothing. You better act like you don't know nothing. And
girl, when I find you, I'm gonna find you. And basically, like, the ops that's after me, they gonna be after you. He threatened her, like, she's scared, but I'm just like, what are you gonna do?
So at this point, she feeling trapped. She like, I gotta go public.
So now the big journalists or whatever, they finally released the article. When they released the article, it's viral. Like, it goes viral. You got hate comments, you got good comments. That comes with the territory or whatever. But they're just excited that now people see him and they know what's going on. And not only that, but it urged more people that this was happening to come forward and, say their side of the story. One of those people is a girl named Eileen. So Eileen was basically in a relationship with Simon, and she was still in a relationship with Simon, when this article came out, and she looked and she like, wait, they talk about my man. They was in a relationship for 14 months. And when she started looking at the videos and researching more what's going on, she realized that a lot of the same things that he was telling them, that he was sending pics to them, that the
same
outfits,
videos, everything.
Yeah, the outfits, the locations, it was the same. So she was like, they're not lying about this. Of course, she take a screenshot, send it to him. He don't know what's going on, yada, yada, yada. But she's deep down, she's like, they're not lying about this. I have to reach out to Panelia. So she reaches out to Panelia. Everybody lost money. Even her, she lost about $140,000. So she was hurt. But at the same time, after reaching out to Panelia and Cecilia, they all want to get him. Not only does Eileen wants to trap him, she wants her money back too. Like, she like, we could trick him. Like, we could get him after I get my money.
Yeah, so she like, I work in the luxury industry. I already know how it is.
Luxury fashion.
I know exactly what it is. First off, his face and name is plastered everywhere. He can't move this no more. Ain't no more Tinder. So he down and out. All he got is me.
Yep, I'm all he got. I'm all he need.
So she go to him like, she tell him about it, but then in the middle of this, she realized like, hey, I gotta play this cool. So when she playing it cool, she like, I know you probably need some money. I know the way to get some money. You got all them luxury clothes. Let me come get them luxury clothes from you. and then I'm gonna sell them for you. You know, I'm already in the industry, so they're gonna go by fast. So she meet him out there. Now when she meet him out here, the whole spot is sketch. He out in the middle of nowhere, and when she pop up, the first thing that happens is he like, hey, we gotta go somewhere. Where does he take her?
This man showed to a whole plastic surgeon. Mind you, he asking the plastic surgeon, like, I need to change my face.
I need all
my
of this
nose.
change, all this.
And the plastic surgeon like, no, I'm not finna do it because only criminals ask for that kind of stuff. So it was kind of like ironic, and she laughing. So basically, she get the clothes, all his wardrobe. He like, sell it, you know, bring the money back to me, and we're gonna be together, blah, blah. She like, yeah. She get the clothes, go home, make them clothes look nice, and she sells the clothes. But she, of course, she keeps the money. So he's steadily contacting her, threatening her, sending her pictures like I'm broke, like I need money, like trying to make her feel sorry for him. And she's not going for it. She's like, you know, finally he realizes that, hey, I'm not finna send him the money. So he's saying he living in hostels, like his face is grown, like he looks different. So now he contacts her and like, can you send me money for a flight? And she actually gets, you know, she doesn't send the money for the flight, but he ends up getting on the flight.
Yeah, so when he ends up getting on that flight, she know he always got that phone on him, and it ain't going through. The messages ain't going through no more. So she know he on that flight. So what she do? She Google it, figure out what flight it is, and straight holler at the popos about it.
Yeah, she gave the police the new name he was under, everything. Lets them know, you know, let them know he was on a flight. He wasn't supposed to, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he texts her like, goodbye, I've been arrested. So they like, yeah, he out. She called Panelia. They call Cecilia. Everybody is lit.
Oh, yeah,
like
they
he
got
been
a party.
arrested. Like it's lit. Like we happy. He off the streets. Oh, y'all. They talk about we won. We got him.
How long they give him? They must have
Did
gave
y'all
what,
really?
6, 7, at least 6, 7 years before he even see parole, right?
Did y'all really get him? How long did he get?
He got sentenced to 15 months. And he served 5 of them.
Simon only served 5 months. Didn't even get charged for the, you know, for frauding them. He got charged for, I don't even know, probably the fake identity. Like, I don't know.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. He didn't even get charged for frauding them. He back on the streets in 5 months. And never paid them back. Never did anything. He back on Tinder. He got a whole new girl. And basically, he did a whole new business venture. He giving out classes, you know, to people that want to start their business,
Got
right?
a whole little website and everything.
I'm like, y'all got, like, in a way, like, he got arrested and his face is out there. But at the same time, he still got a girl. So, like, obviously, some people don't care about that, you know? And it just is, like, obviously, like, y'all kind of didn't. I don't want to say they lost, but at the end of the day, like, they didn't stop anything that he had going on, basically.
Right.
He's still out there making money. And he's basically still denying everything that happened. He didn't want to come on the show. He was like, I'm going to sue you out for defamation. He basically out here doing his thing. And I'm like, he is a hustler. Like, he got...
Oh, yeah, he going to get it.
It do not look like he in no financial stress. Like, he's back on. And I'm like, oh, y'all need to take some of his classes. Where his classes at? So y'all, that was the end of the video. What y'all thought about the documentary? I thought it was good. I love documentaries, and I love when they do it in that style. It was, I mean, like I said, it was very eye-opening for people that, you know, unfortunately tries to find love on the internet. Like, you just have to be aware of, like, these people, these bots, you know. Be aware, just aware of what's going on. So we will be doing a breakdown of the video in our Psych versus News segment, so stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe, and come get this fire content.